Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Harrison. I'm coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie with Your Best Life. And it's been a few weeks since I've been able to reconnect. So I've only posted like one video in the past few weeks, but I'm coming back. I'm getting inbox messages, so somebody's listening, and I'm okay with it. So I'm back. I just wanted to share some reflection with you. I know this pandemic has been causing a lot of loss, and not just, loss of loved ones physically, but loss of jobs and relationships and opportunities. And I had an amazing conversation just yesterday with one of my colleagues about a loss that she had just experienced, which has, devastated her. And, we are all at some level dealing with some level of loss, and one of the things that I wanted to ensure her is to not allow anyone to tell her how long she should grieve, or not to minimize her grief. It doesn't matter if you're losing a pet, a child, a grandparent, a coworker. Everyone deals with grief differently, and you should not feel limited by other people's opinion of your grief. I lost my parents in 2005. I lost my father in 2005, and I lost my mother in 2009. And to this day, I grieve. Sometimes randomly, sometimes it's the smell of something or the sound of something, or introduced to someone who might look like, my parents. Something will trigger, that mourning that I'm still kind of in. And so some people will ask you like, well, how long, is normal? There's no normal about the length of time that you should grieve. And so I just wanted to stop by to let you know, to not let anyone tell you how deep or how long your grieving should be. As we all know, grieving kind of has this life cycle. And, you'll go in and out of that cycle throughout your life. And so what I always encourage people to do is, if you feel like you're stuck in one phase of that cycle, like depression, that's an opportunity for you to seek help, so that they can help you process through the grief, and so that they can help you live with the loss. But don't feel pressured to conform to other people's opinion about how long or how deep your grieving should be. That's some real stuff. And if you don't pay attention to grieving, it's just your natural body chemical reaction to responding to great loss. It's just a natural thing, and we want to let it out. We want to let the tears out. We want to let that out. And it could happen at any time for any reason. I have lost, colleagues to leaving the job, right? And it was hard. Like that's can cause some grieving as well, because it's a sense of loss, a deep sense of loss. And so I just would, encourage people, don't let anyone define your grief. Don't let anyone tell you how long you should grieve for something that you lost, a pain that you felt, a void that was left in your life. But I will encourage you that if you find yourself stuck in this very depressive mode where you can't function, where your grief is causing you not to be able to function, the normal life that you've created for yourself, at that point I would say, and counseling and therapy is good. It doesn't matter what you're going through, good things and bad things, right? But I definitely will encourage that. You don't want to stay in one space for a very long time, stress and grieving, because it could have a major impact on other parts of your body. And so that's just my message today. I just wanted to share that with you. Continue to go out in the community and embrace someone, because they're waiting for you, and live your absolute best life.
Sickening and living in house resemblance, not to mention the media's effort to keep us in the most simplistic state of mind. Lowest age bracket committing the highest rate of crime. People dying way before they hit their age of prime, thinking success only happens if they shoot hoops.